Welcome back. 26 people dead in Sutherland Springs, Texas, shot to death in church by a militant atheist who hates Christians. Yet Senator Elizabeth Warren blames the attack on Christians and the GOP. Talk about victim blaming. I'm Liz Wheeler, and this is my final point. Senator Elizabeth Warren took to Twitter following the horrific attack in Texas to blame the GOP, blame the weapon, and condemn our prayers for the victims and their families. She tweeted, "How many kids must die of gun violence on playgrounds and streets every day with no attention at all before we wake up to what's happening? Thoughts and prayers are not enough, GOP. We must end this violence. We must stop these tragedies. People are dying while you wait." Thoughts and prayers are not enough? Yeah, forgive me if I'm not going to take spiritual guidance on taking action from the party who celebrates taking the lives of 1 million unborn babies every year. Senator Warren, all the victims of this attack were believing Christians who worshiped God, the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. See, this is where you and I differ, where you are disconnected from the majority of the American people. You don't think praying is taking action. I believe prayer makes a difference. And so do millions and millions of Americans, including the Christians who were murdered for their faith in God at this church. Senator Warren goes on, "I'm heartsick for the victims, families, and community of Sutherland Springs, but I'm more than heartsick, I'm angry. How many more people must die at churches or concerts or schools before we stop letting the NRA control this country's gun policies?" Every place you mentioned, Senator Warren, churches, schools, concerts, and you might as well add to that list, college campuses, temples, movie theaters, post offices, malls, elementary schools, all of those places are gun-free zones. Senator Warren, how many more people must die in gun-free zones before we stop letting Democrats who enacted those gun-free zones leave us vulnerable to evil men who want to kill us? Let me remind you, Senator, we have gun control already. Texas has gun control. Firearms are tightly regulated, and it was illegal for this attacker to be in possession of a firearm. Convicted felons are prohibited from possessing firearms, and guess what? This attacker was court-martialed in the United States Air Force, and that is equal to a felony. Did that stop him from waging his attack? No, it didn't, because laws don't stop lawbreakers. He broke the law as murderers do, because murderers don't care about the law. Gun control laws don't stop criminals from committing crimes, but gun control laws make innocent Americans sitting ducks. Senator Warren, you also didn't mention what stopped this attack. Why not? Why didn't you mention that this attacker was stopped by a legal gun-owning citizen who grabbed his own firearm and chased the attacker away? Why didn't you mention that? 1 week ago, liberals were beside themselves. It is shameful, they said, for President Trump to push his pet policies in the wake of a horrible tragedy. That's what you told us. But now, 26 people are dead, and the first reaction from Democrats is to shove their political agenda down our throats, to attack our beliefs and force us to mimic their talking points. That government is greater than God, prayer is for peasants, guns are the problem, and gun control is the answer. Well, Senator Warren, with all due respect, you could not be more wrong. And that's my final point. You can reach me on Twitter at Liz_Wheeler. If you liked the show, please send me an email at oann.com/contact. In the meantime, catch us here tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern, and until then, have a good night.